Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today let's look at 3 scholarships that are currently available for application to do either a graduate or an undergraduate program in South Korea. We will talk about Seoul National University, but I'm not going to spend too much time talking about Seoul National University because I already have a lot of videos on Seoul National University scholarship. We'll also talk about UNIST. So basically, I'm just going to rush over Seoul National University and UNIST. And then the scholarship that I'm going to focus on a lot is Kaist, that is Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. They have an undergraduate and a graduate scholarship for international students. Basically, Seoul National University has an undergraduate and graduate scholarship for international students, and Kaist also has a scholarship for undergraduate and graduate students. For UNIST, that is Ulsan National Institute of Science and Technology, they have only a graduate scholarship that is scheduled to begin, and they've already drawn a program, which means they have 3 application periods between now and next year that you can apply to study at UNIST. And one thing that is unique about the 3 universities is that they are university institutes that are very much respected by South Korean government. These are university institutions that if you succeed in graduating with a degree from either Gwangju National Institute of Science and Technology, Ulsan UNIST, that's Ulsan National Institute of Science and Technology. You have Kaist, that's Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. There's University of Science and Technology, and then there are about 6 of them. I cannot really remember all of them right now. It's late. It's almost midnight here already in Asia, so I think I'm already feeling a bit tired. Either way, we are going to talk about Seoul National University. It is also a very respected university in South Korea. It is the #1 university in South Korea. So YouTube is currently not receiving data. I don't know. I'm live. Please give me a second. Let me make sure. Okay, it says YouTube health is strong. Okay. That being said, without taking too much of your time, let's share my screen. I hope you can see my screen. And also, if you know you've not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, and also please make sure you like. Seoul National University. I made a video last time about Seoul National University. Online application is scheduled to begin on the 8th of July and it will end on the 11th of July. Basically, you have 3 days to apply. This is a very reputable university in South Korea. It is the #1 university, and a lot of students want to study at this university, which is why the application timeline is always very short. Because despite the fact that this application timeline is only 3 days, trust me, they will receive hundreds of thousands of applications because people spend their time applying, getting their documents ready to apply to this university. So this is for undergraduate. And then for graduate, it is the same thing. It is scheduled to begin on the 8th and then will end on the 11th of July. But know that for both scholarships, there is an application fee. So for graduate, it's 90,000, and then for undergraduate, it is 70,000. Note that when applying for admission into Seoul National University, you have to make sure you select the option to be considered for scholarship. It is the same thing also with Kaist. Make sure when applying online, you choose the option that you want to be considered for scholarship. If not, you will not be considered for scholarship. And if you're not considered for scholarship, you would have to provide a bank statement, a financial statement to prove that you have finances to sponsor yourself in South Korea. That being said, let's get to UNIST. I'm not going to make this video very long, so I'm going to just rush over things. This is UNIST, and let me make this bigger. UNIST online application is scheduled to begin on the 8th of July, and will end on the 17th of July. So this is for the first round, and then there's a second round for those who study in spring next year. The next round will begin on the 14th of October and will end on the 23rd of October. And then the next round is in 2025, March 26, and will end in April 8. So you can choose that timeline and then decide on when you want to apply. UNIST has many different types of scholarships. So if you look down here, you find them: government, UNIST, and other institutions. I have another video where I talked about the different types of UNIST scholarship. I think I'll provide a link down in the description later on. If I forget, please make sure you remind me in the comment section. So if you want to study in South Korea for graduate program, UNIST is about to begin on the 8th of July and we will end on the 17th of July. The second round will begin on the 14th of October and will end on the 23rd of October. If you still feel like you might not be ready to get your documents ready, then you might want to choose March 2025. That's on the 26th, and then it will end on April 8th. So you have other timelines. I'll provide a link to all of these websites so that you can go ahead and look at these documents. These documents are super important. For Seoul National University also, I made a video last time where I talked about Seoul National University. All of the past videos on these scholarships will be down in the description. That being said, let's focus on the matter of today, and that is Kaist scholarship. So this is it. It says here, the fall 2024 regular Kaist International Graduate Application. So this is it. If you go down here, there is a lot of information that you might want to read. If you go down here, this is the table of content. Down there is financial aid. Kaist has a lot of scholarship, and also Kaist has an application fee of 80,000 won. That's approximately $80. And for eligibility, it says you must apply by, for eligibility, here they are basically saying that if you are applying for a master or a PhD, make sure that you must have earned a degree by August 2024. So if you're applying for a master, make sure you've obtained a bachelor's degree by August. If you are applying for a doctorate, make sure you've obtained a master's degree by August 2024. And these are the requirements for application. You must hold a citizen outside of South Korea. Neither of your parents should be Koreans. For English proficiency, the good thing about Kaist is that you can use any of the official English test scores like TOEFL, IELTS, TOEIC, TEPS. But this is where it is good. We already know about these countries, the countries that they consider as English-speaking countries. But if your country is on this list of countries here, you don't need to worry about providing an English proficiency test like any of these English proficiency tests. It says you do not need to provide an English proficiency test score if you hold citizenship of the following countries or have completed a qualification equal or equivalent to a bachelor's degree or higher from an institution physically located in the following countries. So if you're from any of the countries that are mentioned here, this is for the official English speaking countries. But for these other countries, they say you do not need to provide also an English score if you hold citizenship of the following countries and have completed a qualification equal to a bachelor's degree or higher as medium of instruction from the institution physically located is in English also. Certificate proving that the medium of instruction, you need to provide a document that shows that lectures in the university are in English. So an English proficiency document from your country to prove that English is the source or medium of instruction is okay for this country. So if you're from Botswana, Cameroon, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Fuji, right down to Zimbabwe, you don't need. There is Nigeria. I know I have a lot of Nigerians and people from Pakistan on the channel. India, do we have India here? I think they should have India. They should accept India because they do. Oh, there's India. Yeah, so if you're from any of the countries that have been listed here, you don't need to worry about providing the standardized test. Just provide a document from your school that says that English is the medium of instruction and you're good to go. That being said, like I said, you must make sure you are expected to graduate by August 2024. And then also it's important to make sure that you know that if you're applying for a master, they say master's applicants are asked to find and indicate the name of up to 3 faculties members in the department they want to apply. So if you want to apply for a master's degree at Kaist, make sure you go to the database that has all the professors. It is on the Kaist website. It's easy to find. So go to the department, look at the professors that you think their profile suits your profile. So you must decide on what you want to study, what kind of research you want to carry out, and then look for a professor who has the same research interest like or as you, and then list them. You have to list them. You have to list at least 3. But for PhD, you must contact the professors. For masters, you don't need to contact the professors. You just need to list out their names. But for PhD, know that you must list out their names. You have to write down the names in the application document. For doctoral, it says doctoral program including integrated, that's those who want to do a master and then transition to a PhD. They are asked to find 1 faculty advisor from the department to which they will apply and indicate the name of them. So you must contact them prior to application. It's very important, like I mentioned before. So the application is online. Normally this document is old. They've indicated up here, they've not yet updated a lot of things, but they've indicated up here, they've indicated somewhere, give me a second, Kaist. Korea Advanced Institute. Admission. Graduate. Final decision. Upcoming admission spring. Okay, so this is the document. International graduate. So it is available for undergraduate and graduate, but we're talking about undergraduate. It also applies to graduate students. They say they are updating their application system, so there will be a lot of changes that will be made on this document. So you have to always make sure you go back to this document and look at it very well. So this is, I think they've just updated this because when I went to the website, this information was not there. You must make sure you are able to graduate by February 2025 for those who will be applying for a master's or PhD. The redate is February 2025, end of February 2025. But every information that I've already talked about is the same. If you come from a country that uses English, you can use it. So these are the countries that we just mentioned a few minutes ago. And then you must not contact a professor if you are applying for a master's. But if you are applying for an integrated master or PhD, you must be in contact, talk to a professor, and then indicate their names. For masters, you must write down at least 3 names. And then down, application begins on the 12th of September. Yeah, application begins on the 12th of September. So you still have, this is July, from midnight, it's about 6 minutes to midnight. We are already getting into July, August, and then September. By this time also, they'll equally launch a Global Korean Government Scholarship. There is an application fee. We already talked about that. And then application material must be posted. But this is mostly done after you must have passed document review, because Kaist has a policy of always making sure you apply first online and then send application document once you've been selected. So take into account that online application, they say, will begin on the 22nd of August and will end on the 12th of September. Document by post, you have to send the documents by the 23rd of September. So once they would release the name of successful applicants who applied online, you have until the 23rd of September to make sure you post the physical documents to the university. That being said, next thing is interview. They will have an interview in October, and then application review, and then decision on scholarship will be decided on the 3rd to the 4th of December. Notification of admission will begin on the 6th of December. Then you begin your studies on the 24th of February. So take into account all of that. For list of documents, these are the list of documents from checklist, online application, printout, letters of recommendation, certificate of degree, transcript, English proficiency. So for those who are coming from a country that uses English, you say citizen of an English speaking country, or this is actually the one that you're supposed to take, English lecture certificate. For this one, it is for those who are from USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. You have to provide a CV. Identity, it's very important that you get these documents ready. Statement of purpose, you have to provide a statement of purpose also. Academic history, all of these ones will be filled out in the online application. So it says here, online application. I have another video on the channel where I talked about how to go about filling out the online application. So you should probably consider watching that video. It will help you in your application. And I made that one specifically for undergraduates, because at least I know that graduate students are a bit matured. So if you don't get a scholarship, you might have to provide a bank statement. Or if you don't select Kaist scholarship, you would have to provide a document that proves that you have at least $16,000 annually. So every year you must show them that you have $16,000 to take you through your studies in South Korea. And then these are the different types of scholarships. Normally you could either be sponsored by your home government or an organization in your home country or in South Korea, because there are organizations in South Korea that you can apply to those organizations and ask for funding. I have other videos on my channel on these types of scholarship. And then there is also these different types of scholarships, mostly for government workers. I have videos on these ones also. And then there is the Kaist scholarship. This is the one that should interest you. Full tuition fee for 4 semesters of studies for a master's degree, and 10 semesters for master PhD, that's integrated, or 8 semesters for those who are doing just a PhD. They'll provide you with a monthly stipend. It is guaranteed, but the amount is not mentioned. Note that for Kaist, the professors have a big role in deciding how much you receive on a monthly basis. So if you're lucky, you might have a professor who might give you even up to 1 million Korean won or even 1,500,000 Korean won. But the most important thing is that you have a scholarship that pays your tuition fee and then gives you at least some monthly allowance. So it's very important. And then they'll also provide you with health insurance. It's very important. There is no flight ticket, so don't ask for flight ticket. And then they have this all that scholarship. They call it Kaist Global Presidential Scholarship. This is also a very prestigious scholarship that offers 1 million Korean won per month as living allowance. So you need to make sure you read this document and then apply. This is another great opportunity. I've talked about 3 opportunities: Seoul National University, Ulsan National Institute of Science and Technology, and then you have Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology Scholarship. I've mentioned that Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology has a scholarship for both graduate. We've gone through the graduate application. There is also an undergraduate scholarship. So you should know that there is also an undergraduate scholarship. Let's see. Maybe I should probably open it, but just know that there is also an undergraduate scholarship. Get yourself ready for those who are applying for undergraduate degree. Get yourself ready and apply to Kaist. So this is the undergraduate website. If you go down, you'll find admission guideline. You can download it here. And then this is it. Let me make it bigger. It says Spring and Fall 2025. Spring and Fall 2025. These are the degree programs for undergraduate students. So you need to go to the website and look at this. It says here, application window opens on September 20th and it will close on October 24. It's very important. Super important. And then this is the second one. They call it regular. This one is early and this is regular. Regular begins on the 6th of November and will end on the 7th of January. It's very important that you take advantage of these scholarships. Like I said, there are many different types of scholarships in South Korea. You don't have to stress on the global Korean government scholarship that is very competitive. If you try it and don't succeed, you don't need to wait until the following year. Try other opportunities. There is an application fee that must be paid. And then complete your documents online and apply. When applying, you must select Kaist Scholarship. You must select Kaist Scholarship. It is clearly written on this document. If you don't select Kaist Scholarship, you would have to provide a financial statement to prove that you have money. Kaist has a policy of always wanting that students provide some of these SAT, AP, and ACT test score. It really helps. If you have any of them, provide them. It's going to help you because this is a science and technology institute. So it requires people who understand sciences. So if you can pass those tests, use them to apply. It's very important. There's an application fee, like I said. Selection process. Okay. That being said, I'm going to end the video here. If you know you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do, and